Hi, everybody. We're here, guys. We're finally here. We're finally here. This is for all the marbles. All the marbles in this election. And you know what? The two major choices couldn't suck anymore. They couldn't. They couldn't possibly suck anymore. Listen, this election, we've all laid a lot on the line. But we've all come away from it better. We emerged from this election better. We emerged as more awake than we've ever been awake before. We come across now as some people that, you know what, we stare an establishment in the eye and say, no, you're not going to tell us anymore that you can't fund the programs that we're interested in because you know what? What's up, Ed? Because you know what? We know that taxes don't fund federal spending. And I have to say one thing now. I have to say one thing. If you're voting for Donald Trump, if you're voting for Hillary Rodham Clinton out of fear of Donald Trump, you're literally running from the skillet and jumping into the frying pan. That's what you're doing. You are literally running from the skillet to jumping into the frying pan. Donald Trump is an idiot. Real progressives don't waste time talking about Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a distraction. Real progressives don't waste time talking about Donald Trump because Donald Trump isn't the real threat. If the media was out there talking about Donald Trump in a positive way, saying how some good guy he was, then we would actually be laser beam focused on him, keeping our eye on him. And what I mean by laser beam focused on him, I mean calling him out on every single action. We would be literally calling him to the carpet. But since he's just a distraction, we don't have to waste our time on that. We will not waste our time on that. The person that lets us know that he is the wolf is not who we fear. The person we fear is the person that pretends to be something else. We fear the wolf that we cannot see. We fear the wolf that's in sheep clothing. We don't fear someone who's letting us know, hey, I'm here, I'm a bad guy. No, that's not the person we fear. We fear the person that's pretending to be everything that they're not. Donald Trump has said horrible, terrible things, very egregious things. Hillary Rodham Clinton has done terrible things, very egregious things. Was it Donald Trump in the 2008 race that said that he would stay in the 2008 race just in case something happened to then Senator Obama? Or was that Hillary Rodham Clinton? She said, and I quote, "My husband didn't clinch the nomination until June. I don't know why people are asking me to drop out. I don't know why. I mean, we all know that Robert Kennedy was assassinated in June. So what were you saying, Clinton? Was you saying that you really, was you saying that you was just going to wait and see if something happened to then Senator Obama? Is that how bad you want it? Yeah, that told me something about you from then on, from day one. I didn't vote for you from the beginning. The Iraq War was one of the main reasons why I did. Not the only, but when I seen the whole birthday movement didn't get started by Republicans, you started that. You voted the whole Muslim thing about President Obama. You put that out there. You know what else though? Was it Donald Trump that voted for that war in Iraq that cost millions of U.S. lives? Well, hundreds of thousands of U.S. lives, and I don't know how many Iraqis lives. Was it Donald Trump or was it Hillary Rodham Clinton? It was Hillary Rodham Clinton. It was not Donald Trump. Was it Donald Trump that supported a violent extremist group in Honduras that killed environmentalists? It wasn't Donald Trump. It was Hillary Rodham Clinton. Was it Donald Trump that destabilized Libya, killed Gaddafi, bragged about it, said we came, we saw, he died. Ha 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 ha. Was that Donald Trump or was that Hillary Rodham Clinton? That was Hillary Rodham Clinton. So the person that you guys fear has a track record of everything that you're afraid of. She just wears sheep clothing. She's just not that out in the open with it. But she's more deadlier than Donald Trump. We're not in the tank for Donald Trump. We think he's an idiot. We would not ever support Donald Trump. What we're saying is, if you really want to stand up against the oligarchy, if you really want to stand up against the establishment, that shit starts today. It starts now. It starts by getting Jill Stein to 5%. We get her to 5%. We get her millions of dollars in federal funding. We begin to bring down a two-party system. We begin to destroy the system that produces corrupt candidates like Hillary Rodham Clinton year after year after year. And I'm going to tell you this. If you have some friends in your ear that's not rocking with Jill Stein, this time only, I need you to ignore them. if they're telling you that this election is too much at stake, and that this time and this time only we need to vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton, and then next time we can fight for real change, ignore them, because you're going to keep repeating the same steps every year, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. It has to start now. And somebody said, you know what, Jill's not going to get the 5%, she's only at 2%. Okay, so if this thing starts out with Hillary Rodham Clinton down 5%, does that mean you're not going to vote for her? So it's the thing that people are here that are not fighting, who have given up, are trying to convince you and I to give up. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We don't look at this thing as one election cycle. We look at this thing as the future of our kids, the future of the next generation, the future of our generation. This is not just about one election cycle. It has never been about just one election cycle. The things that we fight for won't happen in one election cycle. What we're fighting for, is going to take time. It's going to take a lot of organization. It's going to take a lot of work, but we're down to do the work. We're down to rock for Jill Stein. And we're down to rock for any progressive candidate that's going to literally listen to us, fight for the things that we want to fight for, and embrace MMT, because economics is king. And if we don't know how to fight the politicians in Washington, if we don't learn how to be the pushback when they say that we can't afford the programs that we stand for, then we are going to lose. We have to always be able to fight back and say, don't tell us that we're broke when we're a nation that's monetary sovereign, debt denominated in our own currency. We're the issue of our currency, not the user of our currency. We are the issue of our own currency. Don't tell us that we're bankrupt. Don't tell us that we're broke. And for God's sake, do not send me links of the debt clock. That is just numbers on a spreadsheet. Do not send us numbers. Do not send us debt. I'm getting a little riled up, but do not send us links of the debt clock. It's tired. I'm tired of hearing it. It's not accurate. You're sending us old economic ideas that's been obsolete for the past 50 years. Old economic ideas that literally led us to a recession. The recession in 2008 happened because we had a lot of private debt. We had the government cutting spending and literally trying to run on private debt. Bill Clinton balanced the budgets in the 90s, shrinking the economy. Simpson Bowles has a plan out there that they want to cut. A couple years ago, they were talking about cutting government spending by $4.1 trillion over 10 years. And I know you probably say, oh, that's a good idea. Think about it this way. I come to you and say, let's cut the economy by $4.1 trillion over 10 years. You're going to say, why in the hell we want to cut the economy? And I'm going to say it's the exact same thing that they were proposing. We don't want a balanced budget. We want a balanced economy. I don't want to take up too much more of your time today. Just vote Dr. Jill Stein. Remember, 5% for Jill. 5%. Jill, not Hill. Jill, not Hill. Love you guys. Have a great day. Peace, and I'm out.